Well, good Thursday afternoon, everybody. What the hell is today? The 16th of June? Yeah, perfect. Um, Boy, I've been nuts to butts the last couple of days, and we're just been giving her the onion, so I haven't been making much video. That truck out there, just got done with that one. This scrap pile here needs to get cleaned up because it's ever mounting and getting very large very quickly, so that's going to have to get hauled out of here. But for now, what are you doing today, Rick? Well, I was gonna maybe bang out another customer job tonight, but I'm like, fuck it. I was gonna mow the lawn earlier and kick the deck on, and all of a sudden it shuts off, blows the fuse, shuts the lawnmower off, and well, what happened was at some point this sumbitch come loose, which I don't know when the fuck that happened. That come loose, the pulley dropped. And so the clutch dropped, and then there's this little tab in here. I get you a light. I get you a light, get you a light, get you a light. Get you, that little tab got bent, and then it spun around and ripped the wires off for your electric clutch. So that's our task for now. We're going to get into trying to fix that and see how it goes. So this might be the one time that Luke Strasser actually agrees with my use of a crescent wrench. I mean, I doubt it, but maybe. So we're going to take that one, put it like that, and basically we're making a compound angle here. And we're going to bend this tab straight as I can get it, eyeball it close enough. Because a little bit past. So now we'll take our impact, tighten this bolt up. So hopefully that's locked in. Now I just got to repair the wires. Okay, well, we got our electrical stuff here. I already slid some should strip that other one back further. Slid some shrink tube over it, so that way I don't forget. We're that one and that one. Okay. Then I get in here and wonder if I can show you this. Let me see. I'm gonna try to show you here my my wiring soldering technique. Okay. So obviously you want to match your wire colors back up. Take your wires, cross them like that. Take one side, wrap it one direction, take the other end, wrap it the other direction. Like so. Now I know some guys like to take the, and I have a pair because once in a while you have to. They like to take a little pair of these, hold them wires together to solder. That works fine. Do what your preference is. I like to, again, cross them in the middle, and you can pre-twist them just a little bit each one, and then, like I said, go one way with one of them, the opposite way with the other. Like so, and then we solder. So you want to make sure your shrink tube is back far enough when you solder, otherwise your shrink tube will get shrunk down to your wire size. And we're using our Portasol soldering iron. Love this thing. It's a good soldering iron. And make sure you're using electrical solder. Not just your fucking cheap ass plumbing solder you got laying around. If you don't use the right shit, it's not gonna, you're gonna have a hard time, especially with the heavy gauge solders and stuff like that. It's gonna be hard to get them to melt right. And we gotta get this soldering iron a little hotter anyway, but I'm try not to get near light here. Fucking mosquitoes. Shouldn't have opened the door. We're trying to take refuge in here from the... Oh, we are not making heat or what? Well, we are. Must not have had it ignited. I was just burning, venting butane for nothing. That was good. Good job, Rick. Welcome to the Rick Board channel. My igniter was a little messed up or what? She's glowing now. Should have some heat here in a minute. There we go. And we'll go back here. Not that way. I already melted my shrink tube a little bit from the exhaust on the soldering iron. For fuck's sake, Rick. You could do a little better than that. You'd think. Oh yeah, now we got some heat in it. Get off there. Oh yeah, good in you. Solder goes to heat. Always. Okay, so now that I got my shrink tube too fucking hot, see that? We'll have to do something about that because I shrink tubed it. Ow, damn it, it's still hot. I shrink tubed the shrink tube already, so on that one. I might come loose. Okay, we'll do this. Don't mind me, I'm just dropping shit all over the floor. Okay. And we cut that, we split it, and then we'll just take that little tag off that was shrunk down, like that. And then we can shove this sumbitch up and around here. Right there, like so. We'll grab our heat gun. Where is our heat gun? It's over here. Right? Maybe. got the heat gun. There's a shrink tube attachment you can use on that soldering iron, but I never do because if you're switching back and forth and doing a lot of wiring, it becomes a pain in the butt, so you gotta let it cool down. And before you switch them over, or you'll burn the shit out of yourself. So I just go this route. It's a DeWalt DCE 530. And I like it. It's not for everybody. And you usually need a pretty good sized battery on it. You could do something like this. 5 amp hour battery is going to do you just fine. Not going to have any problems. But making heat takes considerable energy. So you have to take that into consideration if you're going to use one of these cordless heat guns. I love it for fixing wires underneath the trailer, underneath the vehicle. You don't have to run the cord. I have a corded heat gun, but it's a pain in the rear to jump around with, and make sure your ends are sealed real good too. You get plenty of heat on your ends. Probably the most important part. Get them sealed up real good. Perfect. Now, it's not that this thing sees a lot of water or anything like that, but hey, we keep out what we can, and the moisture from the grasses and whatnot, it'll still get in there and they'll still create a corrosion problem. So I'm gonna clean up my tools and we'll fire this thing up. Well, how are we now? It's good Friday afternoon. It's the 6th, 17th of June, somewhere in there. Where in there? What are you doing today, Rick? Well, this is a 99 GMC Sierra 1500. She's a little rough. So she's got, I don't know, not that many miles on it. And we're doing front suspension work. All the ball joints, all the tie rods, all the brake lines, all the fluids. Kind of go through everything. We might try to pop a couple of them out. We'll see. I don't know how many of them are actually going to come out. And then they got a door interference issue here that they wanted me to see if I can get rid of. So we'll probably get into the inner fender and see if we can pop that bad boy out, or get into the door jamb, bring that out. But upper control arms, lower ball joints, inner and outer tie rod ends, CV axles. The brakes are in actually good shape, so because they haven't been on here that long. It's got busted exhaust. Again, all the brake lines, we're going to do all copper nickel alloy, so that way they don't have another brake line rust out. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of things tore apart right now. I am gutting the old brake lines out of this thing. I know some people overlay them. That's just fucking straight hackery. Other than behind the fuel tank, if I can't get them to pull loose from the bracket, I'll leave them behind the fuel tank. The rest of them are coming out. Get rid of it. The only reason I'm not taking the fuel tank out is because you're going to need straps and all the other junk. I can run a nice line back there in the proper position without any problems. So, yeah. And then we got, it's missing a bunch of lug nuts, so we ordered lug nuts for it. Wheel stud's missing, so we're going to replace the wheel stud on it. Basically get it mechanically right, and we'll go from there. Well, how are we today? Good in you, not so bad. Whatever. This is a 2006 Chrysler Pacifica, and 3.5 liter. Has power steering pump, power steering rack. Leaking, you can see the rack down there leaking. Right where my light's shining, you can see the rack's leaking. Pump's leaking, been leaking all over the place. So I've been in here with some brake cleaner trying to clean everything out and make it so it doesn't completely turn me And this stuff will stain you too, so it's bad. I'm gonna get some more brake cleaner in there, clean all that up, and then we'll start pulling things apart. All right, well, we're plugging away here. The outer tie rod ends on this thing are loose. So I contacted the customer, and they said, go ahead, throw them things in there. No additional labor cost on that, because I have to remove and replace them anyway to put them on the new rack, so you don't charge your customer any additional labor, just the cost of the parts. I got the power steering pressure line securement is removed. We have the lines off of the rack underneath there, and now we're going to pull the bolts out so we can get this rack free. But first we have to disconnect the steering column that goes into the rack, take that bolt out so that way that's not an interference and we don't have any issue there, and we'll get that rack out of there. Okay, this one's turned into more of a challenge than I anticipated, and the power steering had been leaking onto the serpentine belt for a long time, and to say that it will turn you colors, that's after I tried scrubbing up, so not cool, but whatever, it's part of the game. I gotta swap over the return outlet on the pump. Pump is assembled, ready to go back in. New rack is still over in the box. You can see where it was ejecting out of the seal right here. See that? Yeah, she was ejecting there. The input seal on those is pretty fucking notorious for going bad. So new rack is over in the box, new pump is sitting there, and the new line's over there. We got outer tie rod ends, belt, oil filter, and I gotta get this thing back to the customer yet today. So I'm gonna get back to work. I don't know how much I'm gonna grab for you, because like I said, I don't want to do this to the camera. It's hard on the camera, it breaks things down. So yeah, we're gonna get back to it. Okay, well, we're done. Oil changed, power steering components are installed. She's out there running, took her for a test drive. Power steering's quiet, sounds good, everything's great, good and fine. I gotta return it back to the customer because, well, you took my truck over there and left it, and took this vehicle home. So my truck's over there, I'm gonna go get that, bring it home, and I'm gonna clean up the shop. That is the dirtiest I've been on a job due to the power steering leaking onto the belt in a long, long time. I used an entire roll of paper towels and everything else trying to clean up on this job and kind of stay on top of it, but we got to clean up the floor. You can see my scrub marks from running the power steering back and forth, but we got to clean everything down. We got to box up our cores, throw out our scrap, and then we got to clean up some of this. It's one of them nights where it's gonna be time to have a beer. Whoo, it's hot out. 96 and it feels like 105, so I'm gonna go and get this back to the customer and I'll bring it back. Well, good Tuesday morning. How are we today? Good, and you? Not so bad. What are you doing today, Rick? Well, last night I got that Chrysler Pacifica out of here, got that done, took the wife up to the Menards. One of her favorite stores in the world, by the way. She goes there shopping there without me a lot. And we have a lot of things in the house that I don't know why we have, but whatever. She's a good wife. I mean, I don't know why we have oil drain pans in the house, but we do. I don't know why she has 57 extension cords, but she does. That and a Fleet Farm. Holy shit. Anyway, we upgraded the air conditioner in the house, or added another air conditioner in the house, and that thing is motherfucking cold in there right now. It's a walk-in cooler. So she actually, I put that in late last night, got her all done, fucking happy wife, happy life, and all that stuff, so I can come back over to the shop. She leaves me the fuck alone. I don't know if she's sleeping in or she fucking make me some breakfast. I might have to her call. Hey, anyway, so I'm out in the shop this morning. I need a Mountain Dew. I don't think I have enough energy. I'm not talking quite fast enough this morning. Oh, shit, it's almost fucking, it's 10 o'clock already. Not damn. Tuesday, so and I got customer work to do. But before we get into the customer work, and I'll do that on another video or something maybe. Caffeine. Woo, it's cold too. Well, fucking fridge is working overtime. It like froze up for a little bit or something. I don't know what the hell happened. And same thing that happened last summer when it decided it was going to quit working for a fucking week, and then I was going to tear it out and fucking replace it, and then it fucking starts working. Same thing this year. I threatened to replace it. Fucker's colder than hell, so you had to go. You just got to complain about it once in a while. All right, what are we doing today? Fuck. Shut up. Hoist maintenance. I've seen a lot of neglected hoists. Everybody takes for granted that the bastard just goes up and down when you need it to, and then when it doesn't, it's like, oh fuck, well, now why? Well, you gotta do a little preventive maintenance on these things. So, raise it up. I was cleaning these pans out. They were pretty dirty in the bottom when I got it, and we've been using it, but it was whatever. So I wanted to wipe those out a little bit. They're not perfect. They probably won't ever be perfect, but clean all that out. Make sure that there's no junk in there, especially on your down here on your sides where these poly slides are. You're carrying a lot of load there, lifting the vehicle, and you need to have those cleared out, particularly when you're letting down. Specifically going up, well, yeah, you got to have them, but letting down, you don't want to have anything in these corners. That can create a pinch point. Load the hoist, bend the hoist. And in a rare instance, could fire it out of there if you get a load on it and somebody could get hurt. But making sure these rollers on the end of these ramps are free. That's, I don't know, it's important to me because when you let this thing down, you want these things to roll and not just scrub the end of the ramp across the ground. Everybody knows what I'm talking about if you've been in an automotive shop. This one's a little stiff. I've been working on trying to free that one up and that one up. I'm probably gonna have to pull a rod out. See, those ones move nice. So I'm probably gonna take this rod out and buff it down. They roll with the weight of the hoist on them, but they should roll a little freer than that. So hit her with the grease gun, hit all your points. There is a multitude of points on a hoist like this. Your two posts, your cable style lift hoist don't have as many grease points because this is a scissor mechanism. All your pivot points are greasable from down here to your cylinders and all of your joints in between. You need to do everything on each end. And then there's also those blocks up there. As you can see, the white blocks on that end on the scissor mechanism, those need to be inspected as well. All those things need to be looked at, made sure that they're okay. Same thing with a cable lift. Make sure your fucking cables aren't fraying. I've seen lack of maintenance and lack of prompt repair cause two vehicles to fall off the fucking hoist. Not to the ground, but they fell. Because the cable's broke and it had to hit the safeties, and then it's a shit show trying to get it down, and yeah, it's, you don't have to do that. Somebody's gonna get fucking hurt or killed at one point. Anyway, so we're in here just regular maintenance, inspect everything, go through all the grease points, look at all the hoses, make sure you don't have anything weeping, seeping, nothing like that. Wipe everything down, kind of get some of the grime off of it, make it look decent, I guess. I don't know, you know, it's, if you do a little here and a little there, pretty soon it adds up and it's a pretty fucking nice hoist, but you got to stay on top of it, otherwise it's just a black dingy piece of shit. So I try to dedicate about an hour each week to going through this, hitting the grease points, wiping it down, and slowly but surely it's becoming a nicer and nicer hoist because you clean things that were, you know, well, that was clean from last week, so we'll clean a different point and we'll inspect this, we'll inspect that, but make sure everything's tight, right, and greased. And these things will last you a long damn time, guys, I'm telling you. Same thing with the cable hoist. If you have a cable hoist, chain and cable lube or open face gear grease on that cable, make that thing roll through those pulleys real nice, and keep up on that maintenance, keep it going and keep it working, because otherwise when you have a failure, it's catastrophic. It's lack of production. Yeah, I could be out fucking, I could have another vehicle in here right now on this hoist up in the air and making a couple of bucks. that'll cost me money in the long run. So we got to do a little preventive maintenance. We got to grease things. We got to inspect things. We got to, that way if something's getting worn, now I can get a part coming and still be using this hoist versus having it fail and I don't have any other choice. So there we are. That's my rant. That's my deal. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to sweep up in here because we're done with that. We got to clean up our packaging from materials, and I'm going to do a little organizing back here and put some things away, and we got to get on to some more projects. Work stacking up. If you guys like what I'm doing, throw me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Ring the bell, get my notifications. Memberships are down there if you want one. I do appreciate it. It certainly helps out on the channel. Thank you guys for the work on the Chrysler. They do watch. They don't comment, but they do watch, so I do appreciate it. Business, word of mouth advertising has been crazy to me, so I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for everything. See you on the next one.